tell me, these strange spaces past the Alluvians, are they safe to explore?
We're taking every precaution we can, Josephine.
I will take your word for it. And yet, you've accomplished so much in the calm of these past years. I wish you did not have to imperil yourself for us. Again.
I must admit, after years of dinners and paperwork, it feels good to be exploring again.
I only wish you had fewer Canari interrupting your stroll. I will do what I can here. Once the Canari are dealt with, brace yourself. The Council is just as relentless.
Everything going all right so far?
I'm surprised no one from the Council of Heralds wants your autograph.
You just missed them. Duke Cyril keeps asking me for spoilers for my next book.
I don't understand how you just become a Viscount.
When the ruler of a Marcher state dies and there's no heir, the nobles of the city pick a new ruler. Only none of Kirkwall's nobles actually want the throne. Most of them think it's cursed, actually. They can't leave it empty, though, or some other state like Starkhaven or Ansburg will probably invade. I complained about the empty office when it interfered with my reconstruction efforts. They took that as volunteering.
So, Bran used to be Viscount, and now he just follows you around?
Provisional Viscount.
Pretty much.
With a permanent appointee, finally, in the Viscount's office, I am free to return to my post as Seneschal.
He means my true calling is arrogantly telling people they can't talk to the Viscount. He's good at it, too.
Any word from Hawk?
I got a message from, well, best not to name an entire chain of smuggling syndicates in polite company. Anyway, Weishaupt is apparently the special kind of best that only appears when Hawk shows up. I'm not entirely sure how it'll all play out, but my money's on Hawk walking away from the Warden's fortress as it explodes.
We'll talk more another time.
I'll be here if you need me.
How did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall? A mystery for the ages.
I hear you've been rebuilding the Seekers.
Slowly, but yes. I managed to find a few of my former comrades who'd scattered to the winds. Some of them were unsuitable, and I did not ask them to return. Others felt as I did, once they read the Lord Seeker's tome. We've since recruited a few candidates who are going through training now, with full disclosure. What comes after this, I cannot be certain. I'm making it up as I go along.
I'm sure you'll be fine, Cassandra.
I need to be better than fine. I want to build something that is worthy of lasting.
So what do you think of the Chantry?
You ask me just to poke at me and see if I react, don't you? It is what it is. Most Holy's reforms are interesting, to say the least. I hope they last once Leliane is gone. Regardless of what I think, it could have been far worse. You and I both remember the dark times we faced. Sadly, others have far shorter memories.
What do you think of the Exalted Council?
They are frightened of your power, and there is no longer a hole in the sky to remind them that it was needed.
They might be right.
Do not say that near them unless you want to give them the scent of blood. Even so, I would wait and see where this leads. Calmer heads may yet prevail.
When has that ever been the case?
I'm an optimist. Just ask Varric.
I'll see you later.
Farewell.
So, you and the bard. You know most bards are spies, right?
You were a spy, Chief.
Look, I just don't want you to get burned.
Don't say it.
Because then you'd be creme brulee. Creme brulee.
Graham, I understand you and Meriden are seeing each other.
Yes, Your Worship. I mean, we've just started, so...
Oh, come on. Get in there, show her what you can do.
Listen, Chief, there's this thing you may not have learned growing up Canary and all.
Hey, I'm great at foreplay.
Maybe we should see what Dorian thinks.
We should absolutely see what Dorian thinks.
I didn't mean foreplay, I meant courtship.
Oh, well, that's a waste of time. You two are good though, right? You need me to talk to her about... things?
No! No. Thanks, though. We're good.
The Chargers have been with the Inquisition for a while now. Is everyone still happy?
No complaints, Your Worship. The Inquisition's been good to us. We'd disband and join the Inquisition officially, but the Chief gets this sad dog look when we suggest it.
The loyalty is touching, Creme.
I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, boss.
Hello, and shh. I'm trying to figure out why everyone is acting so weird. I mean, besides because Canary assassins and everything. You see it, right? There's something going with the elf servants. Makes sense after that ruin, right?
It's been a couple of years. How's everything sitting with you?
It's weird meeting back up and seeing everyone get their grey. First time I've been anywhere long enough to get fond of things. Leliana's friendly when she wants to be. My people sometimes do things for her, like I do for you. All that blood and thunder just so everyone can live well and our once around. Good lesson, I suppose, if there had to be one.
When you start going on about elves, it's hard to tell if it's about them or you.
Yes, you're ever so clever. Arse. Point is, the servants have no complaints. No asking for a Jenny. They serve this lot, but don't want them done for anything.
So, the nobles are nice, and the servants are happy?
Two things that have never been true. Mark that I said it. We're fighting Canary, but something else is on the up.
I suppose you've a lot to say about that elven ruin. About the creators.
They're not even demons, just big magey knobs punching down. And yes, the shits who use them to make me feel broken can still eat it. But always waiting for that fight is way too much work. It's like doing half the hurt for them. Maybe we're old now, but I'm tired of it. We've new fights to look forward to. We always do, seems like.
We'll talk later.
Count on seeing you, yeah?
Your hand hurts. A heartbeat, not yours, hammering the beat of a song in its final verse. I'm sorry. It was the same boy. His mother on the ship, his father in their homeland. He grew up lonely. Or didn't. It always had a soul. The question is the answer. Sometimes the cow takes your gold. He died in the darkness so a blue rose could bloom. Hello.
Scout lays harding, swift and calm.
I've been meaning to ask. Solus hasn't come back. Sent word? Anything?
I've heard nothing. He's gone.
Ah. I'm sorry.
You don't seem to get flowers for Josephine anymore.
You only just noticed? It's been years, and we both knew it was just a momentary infatuation. She still teases me about it. Every time I walk past, she sighs and says her desk lacks cheer.
What do you think's going to happen at the Exalted Council?
Maker, I have no idea. Politics always makes my head spin. The Inquisition shouldn't have to give in whenever some prissy noble gets their knickers wedged somewhere.
You're more comfortable being called by your real name now?
Comfortable? Not quite yet. I didn't want to be Rainier for such a long time. To be quite frank, he was an ass. But I've changed. And reclaiming my name has allowed me to reconnect with people I haven't seen in years. Family. It wouldn't have happened without you.
It's nice to have everyone back in the same place again.
I have to admit I missed it. What does it mean when we need a huge diplomatic talk or the world ending just to bring us together? I got the chance to have a few drinks with Sarah. Miss that girl. It's still a little awkward talking to Cassandra. But the commander appears to have forgiven me. Finally.
Until later.
Take care.
Make a smile upon you.
Was there something you needed?
Have you had a chance to speak with Leliana? Away from work, I mean.
Some, yes. Liliana has kept in contact, unofficially of course, but it's good to see her again. Arguing with her in person is far more satisfying.
Do you remember the first time we came to the Winter Palace?
All too well. I've already answered a half-dozen questions about my personal life. The reason we're here is because we made a difference. That's worth enduring the political small talk.
Is there anything I should know?
We were permitted soldiers here, but our every move is watched. Some things never change.
Is there any news from Ferelden? How is your family?
My sister Mia keeps me informed. As I understand, she's training my nephew to best me at chess.
All good news, then.
Not all, but most of it is, and that's good enough.
I should go.
Inquisitor?
Divine Victoria?
Please don't. It would be nice to just be Liliana again for a few days.
As you command, most holy. Tell me about your nugs. Did you get any new ones?
Oh yes! A litter was born just a month ago. We are weaning them right now. If you are hoping for one, I'm afraid they're already spoken for.
Do you miss being our spy master?
I think I miss the people more than the work. Josie, Cullen, I didn't notice how much I liked having them near until they weren't. We write, of course, but it's not the same.
Have your agents any news I should hear about?
Are you hoping for word on Solus? I'm sorry, Inquisitor. I'm afraid I have nothing, just rumors of sightings that cannot be verified. He's familiar with my methods and seems always one step ahead of me. It is tiring.
Perhaps later, Leliana.
I'll be right here if you need anything.
Inquisitor, did you need something?
I wanted your opinion of how Divine Victoria is working out.
Leliana is managing to hold the Chantry together, just barely. Likely your influence.
How are things for the Circle of Magi?
If you call it the Circle while they're in earshot, you'll never hear the end of it, my dear. The College of Enchanters is a ridiculous mess, but it's still a useful institution for training mages.
We'll talk another time.
I don't know.
I can't believe it's been so long.
Around 2 years.
That's it? 2 years? Sweet merciful maker, it felt like 10. That could have been all the wine. Only thing back home I really missed.
What is this ambassadorship about exactly?
I believe my father set it up, but the Imperium certainly didn't object. They'd love for the Inquisition to fall apart. So they're happy if it seems they consider this council a waste of time.
That makes no sense.
No? If Dread to Winter actually pushed for the Inquisition's end, everyone else would disagree on principle. So they send a nobody pariah and hope for the best. Makes perfect sense to me.
Things are going well with the bull, I take it?
He's happy I've returned, if that's what you mean. Nearly crushed 3 of my ribs with that ridiculous hug.
You say that as if you didn't like it.
For such a great beast, he's a terrible sap. I want to talk about my feelings, Dorian. Ugh.
You do like it.
Quiet, you. Head over here. And then where will I be?
What did you do in Tevinter while you were away?
I went home. Twice. Father was only there once. Mother was drunk both times. I also went to Carinus to see my good friend Mayveris. Then I settled some of Alexis's affairs. That wasn't fun.
Any thoughts about the Exalted Council?
A few. Divine Victoria needs a new tailor for one. From the paintings of Leliana in that enormous robe, you'd think she was pregnant. Could cause a delicious scandal. As for this whole Exalted Council business, well, I warned you once that no one would thank you for saving the world. Sadly, I'm always right. So long as the Inquisition's around to remind them they're not really in charge, they'll never sleep comfortably. Whether they have the guts to take action, I suppose we'll see.
Another time.
I look forward to it.
there before. What's this?
To go, but still, not bad.
So that's how the Kunari moved the paths.
That's a handy little trick.
They'll hurt the cultists unless we stop them.
Those Kunari cons have gotten far. Be ready.
mirror lead here?
We need to find out what these Kunari were up to. So let's go see, shall we? Looks like there was a bad cave-in. Look at all that. The Kunari have a huge operation here.
But why?
This place isn't stable.
Once again, your mark is glowing. Are you all right?
Well, maybe the anchor can make itself useful down here.
Great. We're in the deep roads. I feel myself getting dwarfier by the minute. Did I just sprout a beard?
Yes, yes. You hate the deep roads and caves and the outdoors.
See? Who made the ground virtual? Mountains covered in dead.
Look, I have this place, or you'll forget I'm here and trip over me. I'm providing a Well, this place is all kinds of fun.
Watch out!
What are the Kunari even doing in a place this awful?
After all the places we have been, I hardly expected to find us in another cave.
Hey, I'm not any happier about this than you are.
Look, someone up ahead.
Stay back! Oh, wait. Your hand. Are you the Inquisitor?
Odd to find a human down in the deep roads at all, let alone one surrounded by Kunari.
We don't have much time. Please, what the Viera is doing, you have to stop her.
The Viera?
She's the leader of the Kunari here. She hates magic. Her job was to study it and stop it at all costs. Not anymore. I don't care whether you serve Fen'Harel or not. Someone has to stop her.
Why did the Kunari think that the Inquisition serves Fen'Harel?
I don't know. The Viera said it, and well, you're Dalish. It made as much sense as anything. We've had agents of Fen'Harel causing trouble all over the crossroads. Sabotage, making spirits attack us. I assume the Inquisition was their army. That you came here because Fen'Harel told you to.
Who are you exactly?
My name is Jeren. Sir Jeren, once. I was a Templar in Kirkwall. Until I joined the Qun.
You're Kunari?
Kirkwall was madness. Chaos. The Kunari were like the eye of a storm. I stand for order and discipline. Protecting the innocent from magic. But this plan... it's as mad as Meredith ever was.
What is it that you want me to stop?
This place is a lyrium mining and processing center. The Kunari need it for... Have you ever heard of Sarabas? It's a mage. Except Kunari mages are much more dangerous than those among humans or elves. Even as a Templar, I'd never seen anything like the power Sarabas can unleash. And now Viera is giving them lyrium. A lot of lyrium. It's part of something she calls Dragon's Breath. There's more to it than that, but I couldn't find out what. The Kunari don't like it when you ask too many questions.
Where are we? Why are there elven mirrors in the deep roads?
This place is close to something like a lyrium spring. The more we mine, the more there seems to be. As for the mirrors, I don't know. Maybe the elves were mining here too.
What are you doing down here?
The Canary wanted me to teach them everything I knew about lyrium. Where it comes from, everything it can do, how we put it to use. I knew enough from my time in the Order. They figured out more. I'm not sure how. Maybe they got to the Carter.
The Canary can't be mining their own lyrium. It kills anyone who tries, other than dwarves.
It killed the Canary at first. But Canary workers have a discipline only Tranquil can match. And they're quick learners. They figured it out.
I'm not sure how to stop the Canary from using lyrium.
The lyrium's only part of the Vidasala's larger plan, Inquisitor. She said it would save the South. That can mean only one thing. An invasion. This mine is the only source of lyrium the Canary have. They're using Gatlock, the explosive powder in the round casks, to mine, so they don't have to touch raw lyrium. If you get the primers from Central Supply, you can prime the Gatlock and detonate it. The mines will go up in flames.
All right, I'll try to stop them here.
I doubt my blessing counts for much now, but make her watch over you. Deep Stalkers and Cave-ins will cut off reinforcements, but they'll still come when they hear trouble. You've got to find the Vidasala to end this war before it begins.
There's no telling how bad things will get when I destroy the mine. You'd better get moving.
I will. Good luck, Inquisitor.
Let's go. We have a lyrium mine to ruin.
Why is it so dark? Don't dwarven ruins usually glow with lyrium or lava or whatever's running through the walls?
Last time, it took an exalted march to stop the Kunari, and that barely worked. If they strike now, Thedas may fall.
has one of the mining platforms. Now we just need primers.
Kunari! Look out!
Sadness already forgotten. I can't help this hurt. Where they dig. Tricks and trials so the singing stones don't kill them.
So, sneak in, get primers, blow this mining operation sky high. Sounds like fun.
We're almost there.
stays has. That's a lot of lyrium.
We've got the primers. Let's go explode some Gatlog.
That certainly looks like a good spot for an explosion.
Let's get out of here and warn the others about this Dragon's Breath plan. Good. Let's move before this place fills entirely with water.
Hold on, Cole!
that leads. Make it far. So, who gets to tell Cullen and Josephine we're probably at war with the Kyun? Anyone?
I'll tell them if you want, but they'll probably think I'm lying.
They're going to kill me. Dragon's breath. The Qunari always enjoy their metaphors.
But what does it mean?
Who knows? Qunari agents moving through Illuvians to attack the south is bad enough already.
I still do not understand why they accused the Inquisition of serving Fen'Arel. We know that Mythal actually exists. It's possible Fen'Arel is still here in some form, too. What you describe in the ruins certainly implies that the Dread Wolf of Elven legend is a real person.
But how does that implicate us? What made them decide that the Inquisition serves this Fen'Arel?
Hopefully we will learn more after we have stopped them.
Let's see the Exalted Council try to disband the Inquisition after we've saved them from this Dragon's Breath.
We must find out what Dragon's Breath is first. For now, our only lead is the Qunari leader, the Vidusala.
Gentlemen!
My apologies, Lady Josephine. There has been an incident with one of your soldiers.
How dare you? It was bad enough that the Inquisition chose not to inform the Exalted Council of the Qunari Corps.
Ole would have been happy to help in the matter.
But now your own guards are attacking servants? You have overstepped your bounds.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention, gentlemen. I'll see to this personally.
Thank you, Inquisitor. Ole stands ready to assist the Inquisition, as always.
Secrets and lies. Do you understand why we fear your Inquisition? You act as if you're the solution to every problem. How long before you drag us into another war?
What's going on here?
The Orlesians tried to take one of our people, Inquisitor. We've secured the area.
This is the Winter Palace. You cannot simply seize control when one of your guards attacks a servant.
The Inquisition is handling this. When some noble commits a crime of fashion, you can take over.
I only asked what he was doing.
And when I refused to bow to the Inquisition's dogs, you attacked me! How would you like us to handle the situation, Inquisitor?
That barrel there, where did it come from?
I was ordered to bring wine for the guests.
You're lying.
Your Inquisition soldiers are completely out of control.
No, we're in control. Keep talking and you'll find yourself in chains.
Please take the servant into custody.
Right away, Your Worship.
Inquisitor?
Ambassador Montilier will explain later. For now, please hold the servant for questioning.
As you say, Inquisitor. Lord Cyril will hear about this.
Inquisitor, I also found this by the barrel. I can't read the language.
Did you resolve the problem with the guard? The guard is the least of our problems. Someone smuggled Gatlock barrels into the Winter Palace. Smile, Inquisitor. There are many eyes upon us. At least now we know the true extent of the dragon's breath. How are you still smiling? Years of training as a bard, Inquisitor. We cannot show weakness now. Enemies could be watching. All we can let them see is idle conversation between two friends. You think the dragon's breath is these Gatlock barrels? Of course. A surprise attack, even through the Illuvians, would have met fierce resistance. But if everyone at the Exalted Council died in an explosion, the South would be rudderless, vulnerable to attack. This is what Corypheus should have done after the explosion at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. An attack as swift and unstoppable as the breath of a dragon. The guard who confronted the servant said she found this note near one of the barrels. It looks like Kunari writing. Let me see. I picked some up from the Iron Bull, though I'm told my accent is atrocious. These are orders for positioning the Gatlock in the palace. When duty has been performed, report to the Vidasala through the mirror marked by a bookcase. If we're going to find the Vidasala and stop this dragon's breath, this is our chance. Good. While you do that, I will have agents locate the Gatlock barrels and remove them safely. I will also send word to my foreign contacts. We must see where else this dragon could strike.
It is good to see you, my friend.
I'll see you later.
Farewell.
She killed the girl to save herself. She thinks about the eyes going black. A weapon is an order, not a gift. The spirits have fled, flying, fluttering, fast to the farthest fade. They're afraid of the veil tearing again. He did not want a body, but she asked him to come. He left a scar when he burned her off his face.
Make her be with you.
those Ferelden's. Always afraid to mingle.
Will it matter?
Of course.
Has it been all the way it seems?
A pleasure.
Take down the demons!
An alluvion marked by a bookshelf. This should be it.
Let us get answers from this Vidasala.
Is this some sort of old elven library? Let's hope we can track down the Vidasala in all this.
Andaran Atishan, Methadra Elven.
More ancient elven.
If you wish, honored Elven, I will speak so your guests understand. I am study. I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Kunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
What did the old elves use this place for?
This is the Viera, the living knowledge of the Empire. The libraries of every city, the wisdom of every court. A connecting place whose paths are in disarray.
What put this place into disarray?
The Viera was made with world and fade. When they sundered, so did we. Paths broke, knowledge fragmented, many were trapped. I preserve their last words.
What were these old elves' last words?
What happened? Where are the paths? Where are the paths? God save me. The floor is gone. Do not let me fall. Do not let me... On this spot, that is all.
I'm looking for a Kunari named Vidasala. Do you know what she wants here?
Vidasala, yes. She uses scholars and mages for study. They fear this place, but they seek to know the Veil.
What does Vidasala want to know about the Veil?
I regret I do not have more information. I am sundered from myself. If you discover another one of me nearer the Kunari, I may know more. Kindly give it my greetings. I have not thought with myself for some time.
I could learn so much about my people. What were they like? How long is our history?
I will try to recall Honored Patron, but there are gaps, breaks. Greetings, laughter, Emma and Nasal, forms out of air, light, memories. And yet there are so many broken paths at every... missing.
Stop, please, stop. You don't need to hurt yourself.
Yes, wisdom from compassion. Yes, I will stop. Apologies. I knew all once. We knew. With the break, only fragments or knowledge new since the fall.
We'll be going now.
Know this. An unknown person, not of the Kunari, recently woke the librarians.
An unknown person. Could this be our agent of Fen'Harel?
The librarians facilitated learning before the fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
There, Kunari. On that... upside-down island.
Looks like a camp up there. Down there? Shit, this place is weird.
That repaired some steps. Let's look around for more. The inverted alluvion must lead to the Kunari.
The veil isn't real. It's false, fake, fabricated to forbid. Isn't it wonderful?
If what we have seen here is true, it changes everything we thought we knew about the Fade and this world.
It means I belong here, helping, healing the hurt. I'm not a wrong thing, a wreck, a ruin. I'm what I should be. Oh, Solus understands.
Solus would understand if he were here, but we must respect his decision to leave.
He doesn't want me to follow, but I can almost feel him here. All new, faded for her.
Kunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Look at their eyes. They died in fear.
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams? The Evenures will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
You think we could take a couple of these books back with us?
I don't think they're actually books. More like dreams of books. Even if you could take them out of here, they're probably written in ancient Elven, which not even my people can read.
I've never read an Elven novel. I wonder what kind of stories they told. What the? I never wrote this.
Toward that upside-down alluvion.
Can we trust this magic?
It's a place of learning. Maybe this Viera is helping us find what we need.
Inquisitor, we must look at your hand.
The pain stopped.
It keeps coming back.
More dead Kunari with terrified expressions.
Listen to the last words of those who walked this place. If we get out of here, I will end Fen'Haral. After he held back the sky to imprison the gods, the dread wolf disappeared. Lies. We must tear down the veil, the cities, the pathways. Without magic, they're crumbling. You're wasting your time. Fen'Haral's veil has turned our empire to ruins.
So, the ancient Elven Empire collapsed because the veil weakened magic.
If what we're hearing is true, this would have been a disaster beyond measure.
Inquisitor, you let even a handful of scholars into this place, you'll rewrite everything. I mean, apart from all those other times you rewrote everything.
This looks like technical notes. What did the Kunari come here to learn? Enough stairs. Let's see if we can reach the inverted alluvion now.
Hello?
Not the time, kid.
Deltos!
Viras Dinar. Siran Vira Malas, Shivera Milva.